See, there are two mails from my side, one yesterday and one today's. Okay. Yesterday I mailed you about that internship opportunity. Yeah. And today you have received an email regarding, is it asking you the IEEE membership? Is it so?
Yes, ma'am, it's asking.
You don't have any other option that like outsiders just representing the representing the college, something like that, because I had seen maybe there is one option like that. I'll check out and I'll let you know. Again, I'll check out and I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. But do consider that it's optional. Yes, I mean, you are encouraged, okay? You are encouraged that you should actually go and just attend that webinar, because owing to the the line which you have chosen for yourself, AI and big data, so you actually should get some insight. It will be helpful in your future endeavors. IEEE membership is optional. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That I had checked out that link, and I think you can register without being an IEEE member. I'll just have a look again, okay, and I'll let you know. Fine, we can start with the revision at least. Let people join and see. Again, I'm telling you, this is not very good on your part that you guys join at 12:07 or 12 say 10 or 12:15. I do understand there are network issues and all, but please be on time. Fine. Okay, so before going today for our next topic, what we have seen in our yesterday's session is we have started with your nonlinear data structure unit, okay, where we have seen what is your nonlinear data structure, and we have started with your trees. We gone through the introduction of your trees. We have gone through all the basic terminologies of the trees. Okay, we have also gone through what is your variants of trees, and we started with binary tree, okay, B tree, and we have seen the traversal techniques. Traversal means how you can go and visit each of your node in your tree. Okay, so that is what we have seen so far. And in that traversal also we have seen two of your traversal techniques. Okay, one is your pre-order and second is your in order. Fine. We have also seen the memory representations. Okay, so you are very well aware of it. Okay, so I hope there are no doubts till here. Yes, no doubts till here. Okay, so we can now move forward. Fine. Um, before moving forward, I just wanted to ask, have I circulated a feedback form for DS subject for Unit 1 and 2 to you guys? I don't remember.
Yes, ma'am.
For whole class or it is just for just one batch?
Whole class, ma'am.
Okay, okay, then it's done. Fine. Fine. Then we can go for our third traversal today. Till here we have seen, okay, you have solved this in order example. Fine. Now we are going for the third one, that is post order. Post order means, post means afterwards. Okay. Post meridian or post noon. Okay. So afterwards. So root is afterwards. I told you that with respect to what you need to remember this sequence with respect to root. If it is pre, that means root is first. Okay, because it is previous. So root, left, right. If it is in order, so in. So root is in between. So left, root, right. This is post. So root is at the end. So left, right, and root. So it is also known as LRN algorithm. Okay, LRN algorithm. Now again you have to check that the tree, binary tree should be non-empty. Okay, so tree should not be equal to null. If it is equal to null, then you cannot go and perform the recursive function. Fine. So that is one thing. Okay, if tree is not empty, then how you are going to visit the node? Traverse on the left side first. So leftmost child will be visited first. Complete all the children of the left side. Okay, then go on the right side. Okay, so complete all the visitings on the right side, and afterwards at the end go and visit your root node. Okay, so this is the pattern. First left child, then right child, then root. Okay, so how can I build the algorithm? The algorithm will be, if tree is not equal to null, fine, then I need to repeat steps number 2 to 4. Okay, so step 2, post order. So tree left, obviously we are going to go on the tree left side. Okay, step 3, post order, tree right. So tree right, recursive function calls getting. Okay, at the end just you need to write tree data. Okay, so write tree data. So whatever data you are getting at that pointer, just go and print that. Okay, and you are going to repeat this till what? Till you get tree not equal to null. Once you get it equal to null, you are going to end this while and end this program, or say the function. For example, the same example I have taken. Now what is the sequence? See, first, who should I visit? The left child. Who is left? Your B. Okay, so B printed. Then control goes to the right child, that is the sibling of B. Okay, so C. So C got printed, and then controls goes to the root node of both, so that is A. So easy, B, C, and A. Now a little bit complex. We have this root node. Now see, starting of this program will start from here. Okay, from this root node. Alright, now it will find out that, oh, this is root node, so I cannot print this. So I need to go on where? I need to go on left side. Again it will reach here. Again it is going to see, this is again also a parent node, I cannot print it. So again it will go on its left. Okay, it will reach D. Again it will see, can I print D? No, because it is parent node. So again it will go on the left. Now what is on the left? G. Does it have any children? No. So print G. G is the leftmost. Okay. Now control goes to the right side of that subtree. Right side I have H. Okay. So H got printed. Then it is going to go to its root node, that is D. So D got printed. So what can you say? Left of B, left side of this B, okay, is traversed or say visited. Just give me a moment, okay? I'll just plug in my charging. Okay. So now the control, you can say this is the left side. Okay. So left of B visited. Now control will go where? From this D, the control goes to the right. Now right side of D is what? Your E. But can I print that? No. Why? Because it is a parent node. So control will go on left. But on left it is null value. Okay. So it is not going to do anything on that left side. So control again goes to the right. Right, I have I. Okay, so see, I got printed. After D, I got printed. Now control goes back to the root node or say the parent node. Now E can be printed. So E got printed. So what you can say? I printed, okay, E printed. Fine. So what you can say? Right side of B is visited. Now control will go back to B. Can I print B now? Yes, I can print B. Okay. So B got printed. Fine. What can I say then after getting B printed? What can I say? Left of my root node. Okay. All the elements on the left of my root node are visited. Now control will go to the right side now. Okay, right side it is coming across C. Can I print C? No. Why? Because it is a parent node. So it is going to go on the left side. Left side it has F. Can I print F? Again no, because it is a parent node, so it is going to go on left of F, but it is a null value. Alright, so nothing to be printed. So control goes to the right side. So it is J. So after B, J got printed. Okay, because it is on right, following the pattern. Fine. Now, this is a recursive function call. So call back here. So F got printed. Okay, so J visited, F visited. Now control goes back to the right side of C, but it is nothing there. Okay, so control won't print anything. It will go to C now. Can I print C now? Yes, I can print because it is my root node for this particular subtree. Okay, so C got printed. So what can you see? Right side of A, all the elements are visited. So now control will go back to the root. Okay, so root is what? A. Fine. So we get a sequence called G H D I E B J F C A. Clear? Post order. Any doubt anywhere, anybody? Fine. Oh, you already have the sequence. Not happening. Okay, go and solve this A part. Those are the same examples, okay? And give me the sequence for post order traversal. Yes, anyone with the answer? You have to do post order, okay? Okay, okay. Anybody else? Those who are finished, you can start doing B part. A part answered. Okay. All right. Fine. Let's discuss. See, these are your answers. For A, okay, you can check. Okay, first we will start from this part. Okay, we are always going to start from root. Okay, so what is the pattern here? L, R, and N. Okay, so we have to follow this pattern. Now, can I print A? No. So go to left of A. Can I print B? No. So go to again left of B. Can I print D? No. So go to left of G. Can I print G? Yes, I can print. So G got printed. Now control goes to its sibling that is on right side. So H. Can I print H? No. So go to the left of H. Can I print left side? There is nothing on left side. So go on right. So next that is getting printed is what? L. Okay. Now can I go and print H? Yes, I can print H. Okay. Now can I go and print D? Yes, I can print D because left of D and right of D are covered. Now I can go and print this node. So D is covered. Now from here control will go to E. Okay, so E gets printed. Now can I print B? Yes, because left of B and right of B are covered. Okay, so this B is done. Fine. Now control goes to the right side here. Can I print this C? No. So go to the left. But there is nothing on left side. So go to the right. Right again there is F. F I cannot print. So go to left. I. I can be printed. Okay, done. So here J. Can I print J? No. So go to left. Can I print K? Yes, I can print K. Okay, so K printed after I. Then go to the right side. There is nothing. Okay, so directly go back to your root node, that is J. So J printed. Okay, so left and right of F visited. Go back to F. Can I print F now? Yes. So fine. So left and right of C visited. Can I print C? Yes. So go and print C. Left and right subtree of A. Okay, visited. So go and print A. Okay, so your final answer is GLHDEBIKJFCA. Okay, all those who are getting this sequence correct, you are absolutely right. Fine. Similarly, for part B, the correct sequence is DB, HIG, F, E, C, and A. Okay, if you are getting this sequence, you are absolutely right. Do you need me to traverse here as I have done for A? Or should we move ahead? You want me to traverse here with B? Okay, fine. So this is what your traversal techniques, or 3 traversal techniques, okay? In order, post order, and pre-order. Alright. Now we are going for another kind of a tree, that is binary search tree. Okay. What we saw till date was binary tree. Now we are going for a binary search tree, or in short BST. Okay, what are the properties? How can you identify that it is a BST? See, it has the following property. Okay, for it to be a binary search tree. The very first property is there are no duplicates. Okay, in your binary search tree, it is not possible that you can have duplicates. So no duplicates, it is highlighted. Fine. So each value key in the tree is going to exist only once, at most once, no duplicacy at all. Fine. Second, there are greater than and less than relationships. Now see, when we were talking about tree, okay, we told that they are, what is your tree? It is a hierarchical a structure having elements with some hierarchical relationships. Okay, so that is what we are going to see now. They are having some greater than and less than relations. With respect to whom? With respect to your root node. Okay, so those relations are actually with respect to your root nodes. So certain constraints are there, okay, for sorting. So like, what can you say? That every node n, okay, all the data on left side or on the left subtree, see, this is important. Okay, so concentrate. All the data on the left subtree of the given node n will be less than the data in the root. Okay, so if suppose there is a root node, let's say it is 65. Okay, the value for that root node is 65. Then all the elements which are falling on the left side or say on the left subtree, okay, are going to be less than your 65. Okay, it can be in between the range of 0 to 64, but it cannot be 68, 67 or 66. Okay, if it is the case, if the number is greater than your root node, then they will fall on the right subtree. Okay, so this is the main property of a binary search tree. First property, no duplications. Second property, all the elements on the left subtree of the root will be less than the root. All the elements on the right of the root will be greater than your root. Okay, so for example, see, this is a binary search tree. The root value is what? Root node 25. See, I'm saying root node, okay? Not root. Just root means it would be root pointer. I'm talking about root node. Root node is 25. So see, all the values on the left side, okay, is less than your root. Fine. Root data, whatever the data is there, is lesser than your root data. All the values on the right subtree are the values which are greater than your root node. Okay, so this is your binary search tree, and see, there is no duplication. No value is repeated at all anywhere. Okay, this is your binary search tree. Fine. Now, how you are going to create or draw a binary search tree? Okay, this will be a question there. Question can be asked like this: that create or draw binary search tree with the following elements. Okay, and elements given are 45, 39, 56. List of elements is given. Okay, so let's go and draw it. Just let me do one thing for you here. Okay, this is my question. Now, how we are going to start? See, the very first element, okay, in your list will become your root. Okay, the very first element in the list will become your root. Okay, so 45. Fine, 45 is written. Now, next is what? 39. So compare 39 less than 45 or greater than? Less than. Okay, so we know that if it is less than, it will fall on left side. Okay, so 39 on left. All right. Now go for a next number, 56. 56 less than or greater than 45? Greater than 45. Okay, so it will fall on the right side. So 56. Fine. Now 12. So go and check. 12 less than or equal to 45, less than, so it is going to go on left side, but we have 39 on left, so again go and check 12 less than or equal to 13, less than or greater than 39, less than, so left of 39. Okay, so 12 here. Now next is 34. 34 less than 45 but greater than 39. But less than 39. Okay, but greater than 12. So here 34 will be here. Okay, 34 less than 45, less than 39 but greater than 12. So on right side of 12. So 34 here. Now 78 greater than 45, greater than 56. So right side. So 78. Fine. Now 32 less than 45, less than 39, greater than 12 but less than 34. So 32. Okay. Everybody with me till here? Okay. Now 10 less than 45, less than 39, less than 12. So left side of 12. Okay. Now 89 greater than 45, greater than 56, greater than 78. So 89. Now 54 greater than 45 but less than 56. So 54. 67 greater than 45, greater than 56, less than 78. So 67. And finally 81 greater than 45, greater than 56, greater than 78 but less than 89. So 81. Okay, so this is how you are going and drawing your BST. This is your BST. Fine. There is no duplicacy. All the nodes on the left side, all the nodes on the left side of my root are less than my root node. All the nodes on the right side, okay, are greater than my root node. Clear? Binary search tree. How you can go and create from the given list. See, you have to remember the very first element in your list, okay, is going to be your root node. Alright, and then you have to compare each of the values and start placing either on left side or right side. Clear everybody, yes or no? Okay. Now we'll go for binary search tree operations. What are the operations that are happening on your binary search tree? Okay. There is a search operation happening, there is an insert operation happening, and there is delete operation happening. Okay. Search operation means directly you are simply searching and stating that does that element is there or not. Okay, so how that searching happens? The searching starts from the root node, and then you go and compare all the elements, and then you'll in fact you are just traversing, okay, for the search operation. Then there is an insert operation. Again, in insert operation, how you are doing? You are comparing the values as we compared. No, in the previous data we compared that this is my root node. Now the element which I'm inserting, I'm comparing with each of my node values, right? So that is how insert operation is done. And there are three cases in your delete operation. So we'll see one by one. So let's go for the search operation first. So algorithm is there. Okay. So what you are going to check first of all, that if the tree data equal to val or tree is not equal to null. Tree is equal to null. Okay, then you are going to return tree. See, what is this tree data equal to val? This val is the value which we want to search. Okay, it is the value to be searched. Okay, and in your very first iteration, you are going to start from root node, right? So if that root node is itself val, then you are going to return the node. Okay, this tree is what? Your node. Or if tree is equal to null, that means it is, no, the tree is not existing, then you are going to return what? That null value. Okay, so return tree. That is what these two statements are saying. Okay, what if it is not your root node? This tree data equal to val is not your root node. Then go on first of all left side. Okay, so we know that if it is on left side, the value should be less than your existing node value. This is what your existing node values. Okay, so I'm writing it as okay. Okay, this tree data is what? Your node value. So if my value is less than my node value, then I should go on left side. Okay, so this search element program, this is a function. Okay, this search operation is a function. So you are going to go for recursive call. And in that recursive call, what you are passing? The memory address of left side of the node and the value. Okay, the memory address of the left side and the value. Okay, you are going to go for recursive function call. What if you didn't get any search there? Then in the else part, you are going to call again this search element, but with respect to right side now, right subtree, and the value to be compared. Okay, at the end you will get some value if it is there. Okay, and you will exit. For example, have a look here. Is it my, yeah. $600, $500, $400, $550, $750. Okay, apt example. See, this is my binary search tree. Okay, I am going to keep this algorithm here for you to side by side view it. Let's say the value which I want to search. Okay, just give me a moment. See, when you are revising also, no, this is advisable to you, all of you. When you are revising also, just revise in this manner. Okay, splitting your windows into two, keeping algorithm in one window and keeping your diagram in another. It will be helpful like this. Okay, suppose let's say 550 or let's say 750 is the value, okay, which I want to search. Okay, 750 is the value, fine, which I want to search, that whether it is there in my BST or not. So according to my algorithm, I am going to start from my root. In your program, see how it is going to run. In your program, you are going to start with this memory address pointed by a root pointer. Okay, so it is going to point to this node. Fine. So what is tree data? 600. 600 equal to my 750? No. Or is my tree, that means root, it is null? No. So I'm not going to return tree. So where it is going to go? It is going to go in my if. So it is going to compare 750 less than 600? No. So it is going to go in this else. What it is going to go? Tree right. What is tree right? 4510. Okay. Tree right is the memory address here. Okay. So what is on the tree right? Tree right is 4510. Okay. And what is the value? 750. So I'm going to call this search function again. This whole steps are going to get uploaded again. I mean recursively they are put up in your stack memory. Okay. So again same thing will be repeated here. What is tree data now in our case in this recursive function called 750? So 750 equal to val? Yes. So what I need to return this node. So whatever data I want to return next pointer, I want to return right pointer or the data itself. Okay, I'm going to return. So 750 searched. Let's say now I don't want to find 750. Now I want to find 550. Okay, 550 is the value to be searched. So again, if tree data starting from your root. Students, are you getting it? Or are you feeling that I'm going quick? My speed is okay for you? Okay, because I felt that I was going a little bit fast. But fine. Okay, if you are coping up, then I don't have any issues. Fine. So we are again going to start. When you call this search operation from your main function, what you are passing? You are passing this root pointer value and the value which you want to search in your BSP. So what is going to pass? 4501 and 550 will be passed from your main function, from the very first call of search. Okay, the control will go to the search. It will see at step number 1. Tree data. What is tree data? Data pointed by my root. Okay, so it is 600. 600 equal to 550? No. So obviously it is going to go in the else. Now check. 550 less than my tree data? 550 less than my 600? Yes. So where it should go? The search element should be recursively called. With what value? With the memory address which is stored by the left pointer. What is the left pointer memory address? 4505. Okay. And what is the value to be searched? So 550. So now this particular recursive function call will happen for this 4505. Okay. So again, this data, this much of data will be again stacked up again in your memory. Again it is going to check tree data. What is tree data? 500. 500 equal to 550? No. So go to else part. Check value, that is 550 less than tree data 500. No, it is greater. So it is going to go to else. Now in else again third time recursive function call. Okay, and in that what you are passing? The memory address of right side. What is it? 4608. Okay, so 4608 and value, that is 550. So 4608 is this now. Recursive function call. Again the list of the list of code will be uploaded in your memory. Again this will run tree data. Now tree data is what? 550. Okay, 550 equal to 550. Yes, so return tree. Okay, this marks the end. My search operation is finished. Got it, everybody? Any questions, any doubt anywhere? Okay. The next one, The next one algorithm is what? Okay, first you practice now. Let's go and practice this one. You guys draw this BST. Oh wait, wait. No, don't draw it. I'll do one thing. I have a program to demonstrate you, because this is the same BST, okay, which I drew previously in the previous slide. Okay, so we'll see one BST program I have here. Recursive function call and main. Create, insert operation and search operation. Okay. And I have created this create function. Okay. I just okay. Enter the data for the node. Let's take this one only as our reference. Okay. So data for the node, I am entering it as 600. I will explain you, okay, how we are creating this BST in the program also. I will explain you in your lab sessions. Okay. So enter the data for the left child for node value 600. Okay. So 500 is the left child. Left child of 500. Do we have? Yes, 400. Do I want to enter left child of 400? No. So 0. Do I want to enter right child? No. So 0. Right child of 500, that is 550. So done. Do I want left or right of 550? So no, there are x. So 0 and 0. Enter the data right child of 600, that is 750. And left and right of 750 are x. So 0 and 0. So value for root is 600, and I have traversal. Search operation is not enabled. Just wait. Okay. See here in the programming, what I am doing is, okay, I'm taking a value of to be searched. Okay, so enter data to be searched. Fine. And whatever value I'm having, I'm storing it in my s data variable. So that is my val. Okay. Now s result is one variable. Okay, from which I'm calling my search. Okay, and if I get any significant value of my search, okay, that means I'm not getting any null values, then what I'm saying to my user, that your data exists. If I'm not getting any null values, because see, in our algorithm, what we are saying here, return tree. Okay, so in that tree I can return data values as null also, because I have not found out any searched element. So if that is not equal to 0, that means my data exists. Okay, but if result is equals to 0, then data is found or data is not found. Okay, let's go and now check again. See, again I have to write this, create this B tree. So 600 left side, 500 left of 500, 400, no children for 4, so 0 and 0. Right of 500, 550, no children for 550, so 0 and 0. 600 right child, so 750, no children I want for 750, so 0 and 0. So see, what I'm getting here is value for root is 600, so that is valid. This I kept that This I kept because I wanted to check that my root node is assigned correctly or not. So it is 600. Fine. Now data to be searched. So 550. Okay. 550. So let's see. Is it telling me that data is there or not? See, your data exists. Okay. So the search process is going like this. The way I told you. Okay. From root it is going to this side on left. Again from left it is going to go on right side, like that the search process is happening. And this is how you are going to write the node. I mean the program. Okay. Clear, students? Hopefully it will get clear more when we are seeing the practicals. Okay, so do not worry. So see, I told you that if I want to go and search, it is going to search the following elements. It is going to get you the search. Okay, if you are following this algorithm. Fine. Any doubt in this algorithm? Any questions in this algorithm? Okay. This was the practice. Okay. This was the practice which I've already shown you right now. You can practice it at home also. Okay. If you want. Now let's go for the insertion. Now see, you cannot go and directly insert your node in the BST anywhere. Okay, because what is the property of your BST? The node should be, all the nodes on the left side, okay, they should be less than your root node. So you are going to come across the concept of comparisons. Okay, you are going to compare the data. Right? So see, what is the first condition? If your tree is equals to null, that means it is your very first insert operation. That's why your root node will be null. Okay, so allocate the memory for the tree. That means go and create the node, allocate the memory using your malloc. Give the data part, the left pointer and right pointer will be null. Why? Because it is your very first node. That means it is your this node. Okay, there is no existing tree, and their insertion is happening for the very first time. So obviously this and this part will be null. Okay. Okay. What if it is not your very first insertion? Okay, there is a nodes already present. Then compare your value. You are going to allocate the memory for the tree. You are going to create the new node and give the data. So compare that new node data with the existing node data. Is that data less than your existing node? Then call this insertion recursively for the left memory address and the value. Okay. In reverse scenario, value is greater than your tree data. So reverse scenario. Then call this insert function again by passing the memory address pointed by your right pointer and the value. Okay, and end your function. So what we are doing, see. Suppose I'm going and creating a new node. Okay, first of all you will create one new node. All right, and let's say the memory address of this new node is 4500. Okay, so you allocated the memory, and let's say the data value you are giving as 780. So you know that 780 should be on the left side of 750. Okay, now my tree is not null. Tree is having some root value. So what I'm going to do, I'm starting from my root. Okay, what I'm going to compare, tree data and my new node data, that is 780. So 780 greater than 600. Okay, here what is the condition? 780 less than 600. So no, so it is going to go in the else part. In the else part, I am calling this insert again Okay, what I am passing the memory address now, 4510, the pointed by my right side. Okay, so 4510 and 780 passed. Again, this insert will call. Again, these steps will be checked. Tree is equal to null. Tree is equal to null. 4510. No, 4510 is not equal to null. Okay, so again you are going to check data, that is 750. 750 greater than 780? No, right? Or in inverse way, if I want to say 780 is less than 750? No. So what I need to do? I need to pass tree right. Now what is tree right here? Null value. And what is the data? 750. This will run. Okay, this is not going to stop. But the value memory address is what? 0. Alright. So here when tree is equals to null now. Okay, so what it is saying? Allocate the memory of the tree. Allocate the memory of the tree. That means allocate the memory of this new node. So here this particular value, okay, is going to get updated. So here it will be 4500. So what you did, you established this connection. Fine. You established this connection. And it will be now backtrack. Go back again. Now again it was called from else part. Now what is after else? What there is? It is end of if. So nothing to be done. So see 780 got included in this binary search tree. Okay. So what you did? You compared the data. You identified the target area where your new node should be placed, and you went and updated the memory address. Okay. Got it? Or any confusions? See, to understand this BST, you should be very much clear with the concept of your recursive function calls. Okay? When we are watching it in the program here, see in the insert operation here. This is my insert operation in the program. Fine? What I'm doing? I'm taking a value for the new node to be inserted. And I stored it in my iData variable. Again, I'm applying that new node. So allocating the memory. Fine. So I got memory as 4500. Now new node data I entered as 780. Left and right I gave 00. Now I'm calling that user defined function insert with the value of root and my new node. Okay, so memory addresses are passed 4501 and 4500. Okay, so control will go where? To my user defined function of insert. Now see in insert, first iteration 4501 and 4500. 4501 and 4500. It is going to compare node data less than my root data. Okay, so if it was 20 and 50, this is a different example. Okay, so in our case, what it is 600 and 780. So 780 less than 600, no. So what it is going to go, where it is going to go? It is going to go to this else. Okay, and again it is going to go for insert recursive function call. Are you getting? Yes or no? I'll continue with this program. Okay, I will continue with this program in the next session. Fine. So do not worry. Okay, even if you are not getting it in a programmatical way, I hope by this graph, this Excel, I guess it must have been clear. This program I'll clear you out in the next session. Okay, we are going to keep it till here. There is one announcement regarding your unit test number 2. Your unit test 2, I am scheduling it on next Saturday on 31st. Unit number 2 test, 10 marks test, 30 minutes. Okay. And your course for that is your link list. Yes, MCQ. Whole link list, okay? All the variants. All the variants of linked list. Whole of your linked list is the course for your unit 2 test. MCQ based, 30 marks. Sorry, not 30 marks, sorry, 10 marks. 10 marks. MCQ based, 10 marks unit test number 2, 30 minutes. Okay. And in rest of the 30 minutes, we will do revision for your mid-sem 2. Okay, because I got some suggestions that you guys want revision with the mid-sem 2 course. So I'll try to revise that course for you. Yes, free Google form. But this time I'll try to make set of questions. So nobody is going to get similar questions. I'll try to make it set in your unit 2. No, it is not about honesty. Come on now. It is not about honesty. Come on, like if I'm making 2 sets, then obviously 50% is going to get one set and 50% is going to make another set. Okay, it is not like that. Fine. BD students, kindly write your numbers in the chat. Thank you all for this session. BD students, if you have written the numbers in the chat, you can leave the session. Thank you all. AI students 1 to 10. AI students 11 to 20. AI students 21, okay, 30 to 40. AI students 41 to 50. AI 50 to 60. AI students 61 to 75.